He actually, do you know what's funny? I said that today, I was like, it's Stephanie's last meeting. He goes, oh, crap. And he's like, I feel so, he actually felt bad, he really did. I was like, well, son of a
I get it though, my
son of
daughter.
a
Those
yeah, so I was like,
Yes, right, that happens once.
but I also understand that you feel bad when it's your last one and you've been on for so long. And
Yeah. We could always welcome her back to the first one.
Right.
It's a, you know, it's an adventure.
The what?
Isn't the first training in January when
Craig, if that doesn't work, let me know and I can give you the other one.
Yeah, here
But
we
it's
go.
all you have for
Definitely
the
Yeah,
I told Diane Hoffman that. Yeah, I
That's
worked
really
with
funny.
it, that I was gonna do.
I'm not
the
sure
new
that that's an
edition.
honor.
yeah, exactly. Although, you know, it does kind of flow west, wastewater.
Oh, I kind of like it. Okay, in that case.
Best wastewater.
You gonna start your own whistle deal?
No.
You gotta do an IT.
I've never broken the devil, but it sounds horrible.
So when you're in actual Zoom, sometimes there's a thing in
I do not want it.
I know how to do it. It's not bad. It's not actually a computer screen, something that's within a Zoom that I've like, oh, and I don't know how, but. So.
She's
Did you fall?
member. Yeah.
Oh,
It wasn't anything for deliberation, I think.
While you were working?
But
did you
for
report?
information, not deliberation.
Yeah.
Just
You reported it. If you didn't, I'd have to do it for you. When you do it.
Marcia, after the meeting,
Yeah.
I can go out to my car, I've got my tablet.
Okay. Sounds good.
You can have the box work.
The first one, huh?
Good evening, and welcome everyone to this second meeting of Welcome City Council for the month of December. And with the call to order, before we get into our agenda, I think I would just want to spend a minute to recognize the loss of one of our firemen who passed away. Adam Dake was diagnosed this summer. Passed away a couple weeks ago. There was a ceremony for him on Saturday. Even with the weather, it was a huge ceremony from 1 to 4. And the volunteers from the fire department, they take care of each other there. Honor guard that was there the entire time, the trucks that were there, the whole process, the number of people that were there, and the camaraderie that was there was pretty significant. So I'm going to take a minute on that right now. Rest in peace, Adam Dake. Going on to the agenda additions and agenda approval. I don't think we have any changes, so I'll take a motion.
Move approval. Second.
Moved and seconded to approve the agenda as presented. We're ready to go. All in favor of that motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Next item is open communications. If there's anybody here to speak to any agenda item or anything that's not on the agenda, now it's time to do so. Do we have anybody online?
It looks like we have one person on there.
Anybody here to speak to anything? Otherwise, then we'll move on to the consent agenda. It's just one item with the minutes from the last meeting.
I move to approve the consent agenda.
Thank you, Craig. Is there a second?
Second.
Craig and Scott. Move a second to approve the consent agenda. We're ready to vote on that. All in favor of that motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries. In the ordinance approval amendments, we've got ordinance 1117, 2025A, granting to Interstate Power and Light Company and successors and assignments a non-exclusive 25-year franchise to acquire, construct, erect, maintain, and operate an electric power transmission system in the city of Mount Vernon, Iowa. And we are to the third reading.
Staff has not received any communication.
I would move approval of ordinance 11-17-2025A for its third and final reading.
Thank you, Paul. Is there a second?
Second.
Scott. Moved and seconded to move forward with third reading on 11-17-2025A. If there are no other comments or questions, nothing from online, I think we're ready to vote on that with a roll call vote.
Turler,
Yes.
West,
Yes.
Engel,
Yes.
Andreessen,
Yes.
Rose.
Yes.
That ordinance passes. Moving on to 12-1-2025A, providing for the vacation and conveyance of that public alley adjacent to lots 1, 2, 7, and 8, Block 3 of Hall's First Edition, the City of Mount Vernon, Iowa. We're to the second reading. Any comments received? from
Staff
city?
has not received any
Paul?
comments.
Anything from council members from the public?
I would move approval of ordinance 12-1-2025A.
I'll second.
Thank you, Paul and Stephanie. It's moved and seconded to move forward with the second reading of 12-1-2025A. If you're ready to vote on that, Marcia?
Andreessen,
Yes.
Turler,
Yes.
Rose,
Yes.
West,
Yes.
Engel.
Yes.
That ordinance passes. Resolution for approval, 1225A, designating the Sun as the official newspaper for publications for the City of Mount Vernon for the next calendar year, January 1 to December 21st, 2 years, I should say.
Yeah, so this is something that's completed by resolution every 2 years, but you'll probably remember doing it last year because we missed it the year prior, so you're not crazy.
Wow.
I will
I mean, yeah.
to approve resolution 12-15-2025A, designating the Sun as the official newspaper for publication for the City of Mount Vernon from January 1st, 2026 to December 31st, 2027.
Second.
Stephanie, and we'll take Mark on that. It's moved and seconded to move forward with 12-15-2025A. One comment I would make here is that staff and I have discussed this, because legally, I guess legislatively, the option of putting all our information on a statewide website is coming or is here now, but we have elected, and appropriately so, to maintain assist with uptown business, small business, and continue with this practice that we've had established for a long time. So, if no issues with this resolution, if we're ready to vote on that.
Just curious, so like when we upload or put forth all that information, do we do that twice now, once for the newspaper, once for the state, or does that kind of all kind of coalesce together? Do we know, like, does the newspaper then give that?
I guess I'm
To
not
the
certain
state.
on that question. I can look into it. I'm not sure how to answer that, Mark,
Yeah.
but I can certainly
That's
ask the
not just
question.
curious.
Yeah, I'll get back to you on that.
We meet the law by getting it in the paper, so
Yeah.
that's fine. Ready to vote on that resolution? I think it's Marcia.
Engel,
Yes.
Rose,
Yes.
Turler,
Yes.
West,
Yes.
Andreessen.
Yes.
That resolution passes. Approving the disposal of municipal property, 12-15-2025B. Any questions about that list?
Yeah, there were just several items that Chief Goodluck gave us that they kind of went through some old materials upstairs that they're just going to try to put a gov deal and see what they can get out of it. Same with the scoreboard at Davis Park. I don't know that we'll get anything out of it. I mean, maybe we can sell it for parts. It's probably going to be in scrap. Same with the
Still basic, right?
miscellaneous Christmas decorations. They're down at the visitor center right now, but these things are at least, we're trying to figure out, at least 20 plus years old. We got them out, and the garland has like sharp little metal points on it that would tear up our new poles, so we're not, Alliant won't allow us to put them on anyway. So my guess is we're gonna just dispose of this, but we are gonna try to put it on gov.deal just to see if we can get anything out of it. I'm gonna assume it won't, but we'll try.
Well, with that sales pitch, I would move approval
If anybody wants it.
of resolution for disposing of city property.
Thank you, Scott. Is there a second?
I'm happy to second that, see if we can get something out of this.
Okay.
I'll try selling it better next time, Scott.
If somebody-
It's pretty bad.
If somebody
Well, this will
comes and
go
picks
into-
it up.
This will go into the fire department's internal fund, right?
Uh-huh. Yes.
Any other questions or comments, the staff or others? We're ready to vote on that resolution. I think it is yours, Marcia.
Rose,
Yes.
Engel,
Yes.
West, Andreessen,
Yes.
Turler.
Yes.
That resolution passes. Moving to motions for approval. Claims list. Can we pull off of that? Any questions from staff about it?
I move approval of the claims list that Marcia sent out earlier this afternoon,
Thank you.
yesterday and this afternoon.
Okay. Is there a second?
Second.
Scott. Craig and Scott, moved and seconded to approve the claims list as presented. We're ready to vote on that. All in favor of that motion, please say aye.
Aye.
And opposed? The motion carries. Next, discussion consideration of Ferguson Waterworks invoice 053-6466, annual software fee. Council action is needed.
Yeah, so it's just our annual software fee for the radio read meters. The invoices in the amount of $6,840.
If there's no other questions, then I'll move to approve the Ferguson Waterworks invoice number 053-6466, adopt an annual software fee for $6,840.
Thank you, Mark. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Paul, on that one. Sorry. Yeah, forget it here. Move and second to move forward with the software bill invoice for the Ferguson Waterworks for the next year. And if we are ready to vote on that, all in favor of that motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next, discussion consideration of the Martin Gardner invoice 500410, Mount Vernon, CDBG DTR project. That's the facade?
The facade.
Yeah.
Facade, yes, this is okay, yeah.
The renderings.
Any questions about that invoice?
Hearing none, I would, oh, you got a mark, Paul?
Move approval of MGA invoice number 2500410, CDBG downtown revitalization project in the amount of $20,572.12.
And I'll second.
All of Scott. Moving second to move forward this MGA invoice. And if there are no questions to staff, ready to vote on that? All in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next one is discussion consideration of change order number 2 with Modern Concrete on the 2025 sidewalk improvements project.
So this one was on pay application number 2 that you approved last meeting, but the change order was put in on the day that we got that pay application that day. And so this needed to be a separate line item that you approved. So now it is on here. It's out of that pay application, it's just a change order. The amount of $25,76.67.
That's posting time for deadlines.
So we treat it normally, that's
Yes.
just the backstory.
Yep.
Unless there are questions or concerns, I would move approval of change order number 2 to Modern Concrete for the 2025 sidewalk improvement project in the amount of $2,576.67.
I'll second.
Thank you, Scott and Stephanie. Moving seconded to move forward change order number 2 with Modern Concrete. And if we're ready to vote on that one, all in favor of that motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Discussion consideration of the professional services agreement between the City of Mount Vernon and Dixon Engineering for the water tower rehab project.
So we've discussed this a little bit before. Our water tower is going to need to be painted in the next 2 years. So basically what the agreement is, all the prep work that's going to have to happen ahead of time, permitting, talking to the different cell phone companies and all that are on the tower. So this is the prep work for that. Dixon Engineering is online if we do need to ask any questions, but that's what the agreement is for.
Yeah, so this does not cover the actual painting of the tower and the supplies?
No,
for the...
no, this is just everything ahead of it.
I thought this was really reasonably priced.
Yeah.
Gosh, I wish.
Well, Dixon is online. Do they have anything to add to this? To give you that opportunity.
I don't have anything to add. I apologize I couldn't be there with you this evening, but I thought I would go ahead and just log in case there were questions related to the work that we're doing here. But yes, this is, as described, this is all the preparation work to get the process started to be able to have a bid eligible project in the future.
Just to clarify, is this Tim Wilson?
It is, yes, this is Tim Wilson.
What, Tim, what's the timeline for this prep work?
We'll start the communication process. We're kind of going through the lease documents related to the antenna coordination currently. And that's really the driving force, because I want to make sure that we're meeting the requirements for the providers to provide them notification on when they'll need to be removed from the tower so that the rehabilitation work can begin. After that, as far as turning around the technical specifications, the drawings, that work, we should have that ready in the next month or two, but the real kicker will be the requirements for when those providers will have to be relocated off. So the drive here is to just get that process going so that they're not in a position where they're holding up a project when the city's ready to bid it.
Thank you.
Yep.
Unless there are questions or concerns regarding this one.
I just noticed one quick thing on page 15. It really probably is nothing, but under there in the total 15,125, which is the one I see everywhere else, but written right above it is $15,175. And then a different number right next to it. So.
Oh, yeah, I see.
Oh, yeah, is that a typo
We can
too?
make that, we can correct that.
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Which would you prefer it be?
Well, we're gonna take the lower.
The 125.
Split the difference and call it 150.
It's gas money from Milwaukee.
I'm sorry. I couldn't resist for a second. Should be
Checking this.
An engineer with jokes.
Thank you, Tim. Hope you drive well.
Yes, thank you.
Any other questions of Tim or questions about the document?
Have we seconded, somebody seconded this?
We haven't moved
They haven't had a
it.
motion yet.
So with that clarification, I would move approval of the proposal from Dixon Engineering for the prep work for the water tower painting project in the amount of $15,125.
Thank you, Scott. Is there a second?
Second.
Mark. Moved and seconded to move forward this arrangement with Dixon, with the one typo change or whatever. Any other questions while we have him on the line? Any questions to staff? And this Alex is the contact person, is that appropriate?
Correct.
Okay, so, and you're good with that, Jim?
Yes.
You're good with
Yes.
us, okay.
We worked with Alex in assisting for the wash project that happened earlier this year, so very familiar.
Good. Okay. And I think we were ready to vote on that one. No questions? Moved and seconded. Ready to vote on that? All in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
And opposed? Motion carries. Next is discussion consideration of Carico Aquatic Resource Water Management Assistance Program of the pool. Council action is needed.
So Carico provides our chlorine and other chemicals each summer. This one's up a little bit from last year, so we're at $16,800, up about $900 from last year.
We remember how much we were up last year.
So it was like 500, I think, on top.
500 or 600, you know.
Okay. That's good.
They also provide valuable information and resources to us as well. As if we have a situation we haven't seen or been aware of, they're a good resource for us to bounce ideas off of and find solutions. It's well worth the money, in my opinion. Would you share that?
They're fairly local.
Yeah.
They're very responsive too if we run into issues.
I mean, I remember we got in a pinch and had to go somewhere in Wisconsin to get something. They had it
Yeah.
available. Nowhere else had it available. So.
Nice.
Well, I would move approval of the Carico Aquatic Resource annual cost supplying pool chemicals of $16,800 for 2026.
Thanks, Craig.
I'll second.
Stephanie, moved and seconded to move forward the using Carico Aquatic Resources for the water management assistance program. We're ready to vote on that. All in favor of that motion, please say aye.
Aye.
And opposed? The motion carries. Discussion and consideration of the Worldmaker Resilience Institute invoice 1225, Lumber Police Department. This is in reference to the Gazette article about a month ago with the award of a pretty substantial amount to the resilience with the Lumber Police Department. Do you have anything to add to that?
So this is Law Enforcement Mental Health and Awareness Act. That's who we got the grant through. Essentially, we have now partnered with Worldmaker, and they are going through and doing these trainings. So they will be essentially spending our grant money. So they'll be providing the invoices to us, Marcia.
Marcia, we already received the $200,000.
No, so the way that it works is they will bill us each time, and then they submit an invoice through the grant, and then they reimburse us. So it's kind of a wash.
Yeah.
We just get it as we spend it.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, a little bit of bureaucracy,
We've
but
already received the money
understood.
for this one already, so.
Good.
Well, it's a huge grant
Yeah.
and worthwhile work, so.
A little background there is one of the main points of persons of contact is Molly Marty, who was a former Mount Vernon resident for a long time. She was involved with the school district on the resiliency process 15 years ago when the school district went through some tragedies among students. So, yeah, long-time resident, very involved with the community, had an impact then, hopefully will have an impact now. So,
And
good deal.
retired Chief Doug Shannon has a
Yeah.
big part in that as well, so he's been working with them.
I would move approval of World Maker Resilience invoice number 1225 in the amount of $16,753.
Seconded to move forward the invoice 1225 with the World Maker Resilience project. Any other comments or questions? We're ready to vote on that. All in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
And opposed? Motion carries. Reports to be filed. Police report. Any questions of Chief Wentz while he's here?
We just closed our hiring process, so we got some potential candidates coming through that we're going to start doing background checks on soon. So hopefully we can re-up our staff in short time.
How many are we down?
2 right now. Yeah. So since we have Nick Mackey that we put on earlier this year, and he will be leaving the 1st or the 5th is when he starts the academy, and so then we'll have 2 more spots to fill. So.
Any other questions of Chief? With Public Works, up and downs. Town area looks really sharp. I think a lot of people have on that. CEG, the music at the magical night, lumber night.
And shout out
3
to,
fairly significant snow
I was gonna say.
removal events.
Yeah.
shout out to
8
the
inch,
Public Works
4
staff.
inch, 2 inch.
We gonna finish up the leaves or what?
All the snow's supposed to melt this week. You can get the truck back out
My leaves
there.
were gone before, luckily. I can confirm that.
I haven't
Garbage
done
and
it.
leaves, that's all here.
You did a good job.
The minutes reflect that there was Wisconsin robes.
Immediately.
Yeah. Anything else about Public Works? Good luck with working inside on walls and so on in the new buildings at the Bryan Road site.
I'm just getting a ton of compliments too on the street lamps and all the lighting, so really good job.
We're a little worried. We're trying to minimize costs and still make a difference. Some of the decorations were a little small, but.
It was temporary for this year because it's gonna go into budget season next year, so we just had to put something, but actually I love the rope lights, so.
Yeah.
Those might stay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think they look great.
Yeah, no, they did a great job.
Yeah, I too have received a lot of compliments on just how pretty uptown was. So, great job.
I like the snowman.
Oh, I heard him threw that together and threw it on there. I was like, well, we need something else. You'll notice there's one pole that has City of Mount Vernon on it, the actual
Yes.
banner.
Yes.
There's an electrical problem with that one, and that is why, it's gonna get fixed, but.
Oh, I thought it was just in case we forgot.
No,
That's right,
it's not.
we're a beta.
It's not, yeah, this is a pilot program.
Yeah, exactly.
10 years to work it out.
Right, we got this.
Nobody else in Public Works? We go to Parks and Rec with Mr. Siders.
Nothing to add.
Yeah, working on filling a spot on their Parks and Rec board, but I think we've got some good names. Bring one to you eventually. Last call from Mr. Siders. Cold Library report. What you actually got?
We got it a week ago,
Oh, okay.
but that's good for the month, so.
I see her frequently, and she gives me updates about what's going on there. Discussion items, November reconciliation report. This is an addition, relatively new addition to our reports from the mayor, from the city staff. Any questions for Lori while she's here? time that I will mention and recognize Councilman Stephanie West, who has been serving us for quite a few years. Is it 4 or 8?
8.
It's been 8, okay, gosh, I can't believe it.
It's all a blur.
But to thank her for her service, number one, but as a good partner in discussions, on some of our hard discussions and so on a large variety of issues in the community of Mount Vernon. And we're very fortunate to have you on the council, and I hope the citizens of Mount Vernon recognize that they owe you a collective thanks for serving those 8 years
Thank you.
on the council. So,
Greg, you have anything to say?
yeah, I was going to say, Greg, you have a
Oh, Greg's here. I didn't even notice that he came in.
I didn't know he was
So, of course.
Hiding behind the podium.
And he went to the grandson's thing first, so
Oh,
he
well.
got
Priorities.
What a great guy. I don't think I can do anything else to add to my mayor's report other than recognize Stephen here. But Shirley, thank you, and take care.
Well, it's been a great experience. It's been a great experience with a council that is pretty darn cohesive and great at listening and communication, and our city staff is amazing. I can't say enough about what a good job you guys do. So that certainly helps, and one of the things that's been so important is the communication that comes to us is done in a way that we don't have very many surprises, and that makes our job easier. So please pass that along to Chris.
I will.
Well said.
He does a great job.
Yeah.
Thank you, Stephanie. Council reports.
I'd like to just report on the triumvirate meeting that we had last week. The triumvirate group are the 3 largest employers in town, and we meet about every 6 weeks at Cornell, typically when they're in session. So it's Cornell College, the city of Mount Vernon, and the school district. So the superintendent of schools, the chief financial officer at Cornell, mayor. I'm serving on that committee. Lori's there, Chris is there. Rick Elliott typically is there as well. And the focus of the conversation was about Cornell College at this time because of the changes in their curriculum that they have rolled out and approved, and the loss of faculty and staff as a result of that. And, I thought Rob Levis, the chief financial officer, was very open and candid with us, talking to us about why they were making these changes. I mean, we asked the question, is the college in danger of closing? This impacts our community in a major, major way. And he said, no, we're doing these things so that we don't get into a catastrophic situation. And certainly the major fields of study that were impacted in the classics, classic languages, music, I'm going to miss some here, but it hurts. At Thanksgiving, I sat there with my brother who majored in music at Cornell, with my wife who majored in religion at Cornell, with me who majored in religion at Cornell, sitting in my dad's chair who was on the board of trustees who majored in German at Cornell. And I don't like it, on the one hand. On the other hand, we don't micromanage our employers in town. We don't micromanage Cornell. We just support them as best we can and hope that they're making the best decisions that they possibly can with the information that they have at hand. And so it was a good meeting, and our next meeting will be, I guess, in January. Was it? Did we say January? I can't remember.
No, actually, we moved to
February. Did we skip January? And we'll see what continued conversations are taking place. But just wanted to share that. It's important to me.
Thank you. I was asked to weigh in on discussion to take an aside on that whole issue, and I did check with several council members, and my initial reaction was to take no action, and I was kind of confirmed by discussions with some council members here, but that's what I did. Anyway, committee reports, city administrator's report, anything from?
The city offices will be closed on December 24th and 25th, and then January 1st.
Thanks for that update.
And again, huge shout out to our Public Works Department. You guys they have worked very, very long hours, stretched pretty thin. Shout out to Alex. They had a water main break, not this past Sunday, Sunday prior. It was very cold out there in the middle of the day, out there trying to fix a water main break. They have just been phenomenal. So just shout out to you all. Thank you for what you do.
Agreed. As always.
Anything else on the reports? If not,
Not really a report. We are in the midst, the chief is in the midst of scheduling a public safety meeting of the public safety committee coming up after the first year, so getting that on the books. More to come on that.
sounds good.
You know.
Anything else needs to come before this board? Otherwise, item N was closed session, possible closed session for an employee-related matter, for which I think we are ready to go into closed session if we have a motion to that effect, and then we can talk about what's going on there. So I've got Scott, and is there a motion? Motion moved and seconded to go into closed session, and let's vote on that. All in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?